What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another van build episode. So this week we're going to be talking about a few of the things that HP and I did over the last week to really kind of get the van ready to truly start the build. There has been a number of things that had to be taken care of before we could start building inside of the van, and we got a lot of those knocked out this week. Now, the last couple of weeks have been really tough to work on the van because of the fact that it's been unbearably hot here in Dallas. It was the end of August, and as a result, it was like 95 to 105 degrees the majority of the days, and it was so humid that it was just really hard to motivate ourselves to work on the van. So we didn't get a whole lot done in a 2-week span, but the stuff that we did get done were important things that needed to get done. So overall, it was a productive last week or so. So the first thing that we did, this was one of HP's big tasks, is we actually purchased a swivel for the front passenger seat. This is the passenger chair of the van, and as of right now, the only ability it has to go back and forth, that's it. So what we bought was this swivel, which we're going to install right now, and then that will give us the capabilities to rotate the chair. We purchased this swivel online for $240 coming out of the total van budget, and HP installed this in about an hour or so. Now, we did run into a few issues while we were installing the seat. Okay, so it seems like we have some technical difficulties with the swivel.
Okay, damn it. Okay. Well, it seems we're experiencing technical difficulties. Yeah, scoot the seat forward. No, go the other way. Okay, now just scoot the seat forward. The entire seat.
I know what you're saying.
I don't think you know what I'm saying. Okay, there, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm an idiot. Just don't have legs for a second. There you go. You can let go of that. Yeah. I make it look easy. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, wait. So you're swiveled. Nice, good job. Careful with the driver's seat because it's not bolted down.
Looks good.
Looks good.
Now, whenever HP was working on the swivel seat for the van, my job was to do a much less skilled task of filling in all of the holes in the floorboard of the van. So as you guys know, this was a passenger van. So as a result, there is holes all throughout the back of the van, and all of the holes actually lead to the ground, meaning you can see through to the floor of the cement. And this was going to be an issue if we kept these because of the fact that if water splashed up, if water got into the holes, it could then get into the insulation in the wood, causing mold later on down the road. So we had to deal with those holes. So the way that we did that was we used waterproof foam, and we just sprayed the foam into each of the holes. I then got a scraper and I scraped away the excess foam, and then I duct taped over it. This was a solution that we had heard from a number of people works really well, and ultimately the goal is to just keep out any moisture, and we think that this should do that quite well. Now, once we got the swivel installed and once we got the holes foamed and duct taped, the next step was dealing with the airbags. Now, there was airbags all over the back cargo area of the van, and this is not good because if we were to keep these up and they were activated, if the van was in an accident, it would then cause the airbags to go off, and everything that's like attached and mounted to the walls would go flying inwards. So that's certainly not what we wanted. So we had to remove all of the airbags. Now, the process of removing the airbags is something that wasn't really that difficult. HP simply went through and he just bolted all of them out. But the tricky part of the equation was the electrical components of the airbags, because we don't want to simply unplug the airbags and then just call it a day, because then the airbag light is always going to be showing on the car. So our solution to that was using these resistors, which we plugged into the harnesses of the airbag, which then allowed for there to be a full circuit, and that way the car does not detect that the airbag isn't working, and instead it just thinks the airbag's there, and if the van is ever in an accident, the front airbags will deploy as they should, but nothing will happen in the back, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, the last big thing that we did this week with the van was we did sell the interior seats. Now, the interior seats were in our guest room, and there was a lot of them, and it was taking up a lot of space. And one of the good things about buying the cargo van with all of the interior seating was the fact that we could potentially sell the interior seats. Now, I listed them on Craigslist, and in my eyes, it was like anything that we could get was a bonus. And so I listed them for $1,000. We ended up selling them for $650. And so that was a really kind of positive note on my end, is I was happy that we were able to make something out of those seats, because otherwise they were just going to be junk, or we were just going to give them away to random people that needed them. So the fact that we were able to make $650 and put that towards the van budget, all in all, was a really, really good thing. So this week we spent $240 on the passenger swivel seat. We made $650 on selling the interior seats, and I'm going to take that away from the overall cost of the project, but I'm not going to add it to the budget, which means that we're trying to build this van in under $35,000. I am not going to now make it $35,650 because of the fact that we sold the seats. I'm just going to subtract the amount that we've spent by $650. So you guys will see the updated count at the end of the video. But with that being said, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this update. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.